Konnichiwa, minasan. It's Gray from Wakazashi's Tea House home in Japan. How are you doing? Are you good? Are you genki? Are you genki like me? I hope so. Okay, today I've got a review of the new issue of Spawn. Ready for this? It's issue 334. That's right, 334 issues of Spawn. Unbelievable. Okay, this came out today. It's Wednesday, October 12th. $2.99, still $2.99. That is damn fine. That's all I can say about that. Brilliant. It's written by Rory McConville and it's got art by Carlo Barberi. But first of all, look at this cover. Look at this amazing Martina cover. It's beautiful. I love it. I want a portrait of that on my wall. So, what's the issue like? Is it any good? Is it worth buying? Well, you can probably tell by the genkiness of my intro so far that I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. This issue is like a all-out war. It's a huge battle. You've got Overt-Kill in here, you've got Spawn, you've got Jim Downey, Haunt, Mark Rosen there, who's medieval Spawn, but he doesn't like show himself as that in this issue. Everyone's like beating down on Spawn. They're trying to take him down. They don't trust him. They think he wants to rule the world or rule hell or something. But yeah, Spawn's like fighting back. He's giving it his all until the appearance of a classic character. You'll see what happens later on. Also, we get a very interesting to me, well, new to me and sexy looking character right at the end, which I'm not going to spoil, but looking forward to seeing who she is and what kind of role she's going to play in the story from here on. So let me show you a little bit of the interior art and let me try and slow down. I'm speaking way too fast. No chance the subtitles are going to keep up with this. Where are we? So here's some of the interior art. Look at this. It's just one panel of Spawn, Jim Downing, just going crazy. It's like Roadhouse. It's like Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. Insane levels of violence in this issue. And yeah, we also get a return appearance of Blood. Remember Blood? He's kind of vampire lord or king with Sin and a weird creature who I can't quite remember the name of right now, top of my head. Somewhat like Calculus, but you know what I mean when you hear it. He's got these weird kind of rock things coming out of his head. But yeah, they're going to Omega Island. They're infiltrating Omega Island's base. They're looking for a clown, but guess who's waiting for them? Violator. Okay, so what I'll do as usual, I'll give you my short story summary, show you some of the interior art, and don't worry, I'm not going to spoil the end. Okay, here we go. The issue opens in the middle of a huge battle which we're viewing through Mark Rosen's eyes. We see Overt-Kill, Haunt, and Jim Downing laying it down with Spawn. Look at this, it's war, says the caption. Overt-Kill's furious about Spawn leaving him to die, which is a reference to issue 312. Mark comes in trying to stop it and gets whacked by one of Spawn's chains. Next minute, Jim Downing, distracted, gets hit by Spawn's boot. Look at him go. You've just made a big mistake. Spawn always knew this day would come. Because he's been betrayed so many times, he was ready for it. All out war. Then we get this great scene of Spawn taking out Overt-Kill, Jim Downing and Haunt with his chains. But then, he gets distracted, he turns around, there's a sound behind him. Come on, not you too, Cygor. It's Cygor, and we don't see in detail, but he basically knocks him into the ground. Splat! Spawn's down. We can see green blood on the floor. Is it done? Yeah, it's done. Let's get the hell out of here. Switch scenes to Omega Island and we see two guards outside shooting the shit. Wait a minute, you hear that? Suddenly a huge flock of bats come flying in and take them out. The first stage of our attack is underway, my lord. Then we're greeted with Blood, Sin, and who's this? Cadiclus with a weird like crystal stone sticking out of his head. He's provided information to where they are. They're looking for ways to the dead zones. They're looking for a way into hell. Back to Spawn, who's still down and out. Jim Downing tells Overt-Kill to bring Spawn into the next room. I'll deal with him there. He tells the rest of them to look after Mark, who needs medical assistance. Apparently, they need him. His health is imperative. Then we're back to Omega Island where we see Cadiclus, Sin and Blood killing their way to Clown's personal fortress, which is supposed to be right up ahead. Now he'll know I'm here. But just as they get close, slit! One weapon in Clown's arsenal had been underplayed by Cadiclus. Violator, at last. Meanwhile, Mark has been bandaged up and he wants to speak to Jim. It seems that Overt-Kill and Cygor are blocking the door. Jim, busy. Later. You're kidding, right? Mark's told that he's not to be disturbed, not while they deal with Al Simmons. They? Who's they? Okay, I'm going to end my short story summary here. Hey, you still here? Great. Okay, this month's variant cover is by the main artist, Carlo Barberi. Look at Spawn, he's on the floor, he looks like he's been crushed like a bug. And we get a preview of next issue, which is 335. There's an atmospheric looking cover here. I'm not sure who the artist is. Great use of red for sure there with Spawn's cape. That's out next month, that's out in November. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my review. Please leave me a comment, let me know what you thought about it, what you're thinking of the issue. What do you think of Rory McConville's take so far on Spawn? Are you enjoying it? And I'd love to see you in a future video. Okay, this is Gray from Wakizashi's Tea House, feeling genki, saying matane. Wakizashi's Tea House, please subscribe.